Schools are closed. Airline traffic is nearly paralyzed. Latin American countries are moving quickly towards total isolation.
We are closing all our borders, and no one will be able to enter Argentina except citizens and permanent residents.
Peru's President Martín Vizcarra went a step further, announcing a state of emergency and mandatory home isolation. In neighboring Chile, the country with the highest number of confirmed cases per capita in South America, President Sebastian Pinera announced all borders will be closed starting Wednesday to give tourists time to leave. But that wasn't soon enough for these angry residents of Punta Arenas on the southern tip of South America. They shouted, "No more tourists," in front of a cruise ship that was granted permission to disembark passengers. At least 2 British cruise ship passengers have tested positive for COVID-19.
There are very few of us, and we're all going to get contaminated.
But those haven't been the only protests. Here in Santiago, classes have been canceled, but not the almost daily demonstrations. The protesters have been saying that they have to keep coming out here onto the streets to keep the pressure on the government. And some of them, in fact, believe that the coronavirus isn't as serious as people are saying. Working from home is being encouraged, but not mandatory, yet. In fact, many, like ROCIO, believe the government is reacting too slowly.
They should have suspended classes much sooner. This mall, for example, shouldn't still be open. People are working inside with no protection.
Criticism against Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro includes calls for his resignation after he shook hands with well-wishers in front of the presidential palace, ignoring calls for social distancing. 13 members of the delegation that traveled with him last week to President Trump's Florida retreat have tested positive to the virus. Back in Chile, the government has taken another important preventative measure. The annual influenza vaccination campaign has just kicked off 2 months early. The elderly, people with serious health problems, and children are first in line to avoid a potentially deadly scenario, catching 2 serious viruses at the same time. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.